Hello, happy Monday. All right. I see 3 of you watching. If someone who is popped on early would mind letting me know in the comments if my sound, my audio is okay. I'm still getting the gist of my new technology, and I don't want to be blaring you guys out with a bunch of echoes. So if someone wouldn't mind just popping on and letting me know that the audio is okay, I would really appreciate it. Great. Thank you so much, Vicki. Hi, Carol. Hi, Vicki. Oh my gosh. This past week, since my last Make It Monday, totally flew by. It is all up in summer here in Wisconsin. It's been hot, and I'm celebrating with my tie-dye tank top. I hope you're all doing well and having a wonderful summer. Hi, Robin. So good to see you. I see a lot of you popping on. Hey, Jody. Long time no see. If you can say hi, I'd love to know where you're from if you feel comfortable sharing, because one of my favorite things to do when I am done going live is to go through and read everybody's comments and see where you're watching from. It's so much fun to see where everybody is coming from. I see so many people, it's going to be hard for me to keep up. Hi, Debbie and Julie and Jackie. Hey, Carol. I'm so excited, Carol, to go riding on the trails up north. I hope that we can be up there at the same time. We got a new UTV this last week. Traded one toy for another, and oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun. So that's the exciting news from me this weekend. I'm going to do an introduction for those who are new to my channel and watching me. In the meantime, I would love to know what all of you did this weekend. So share with me in the comments what you did this weekend. For those who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm super glad you're here and caught me on a Make It Monday. My name is Rose Grunwald. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I am here to be your creative coach. I'm super passionate about sharing creativity with others and have found a lot of balance and fun in my life when I stamp. I'm stamping with you this evening here in my Stampin' Studio in New Holstein, Wisconsin. I live out in the country, and that's how I came up with the name Country Cards by Rose for my stamping business. If you're watching from YouTube, I would so love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. So take a minute, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notifications from me. I've got over 100 videos on my YouTube channel, and they feature a variety of techniques and products and layouts and fun folds and 3D projects and everything. So when you subscribe, then you can have all my videos in one handy place. And no matter where you're watching, YouTube or Facebook, I would love if you would help me support my small business by commenting and engaging with me in this video, liking my video. All of that stuff helps me in the world of technology, and of course sharing this video with your crafty friends or those that you think might like stamping, or just post it right on your wall so I can get in the rooms of other people and share my passion for creativity. All right, I'm super excited because tonight I am showing you a really super simple layout, but we're going to do it a whole bunch of ways. I shouldn't say a whole bunch of ways. There's really only one way to do this layout, but we're going to use it with a whole bunch of products, bunch of different colors. I'm going to show you a couple different ways you can jazz it up, but this is going to be a simple way that you can use your DSP to make a big stack of really pretty cards. A simple hack for using your DSP. And one of the papers I'm going to use tonight is new. It's new. It's coming up next week. I'm so excited. You know, celebration starts next week. I can't wait. So, okay, let's stamp. I'm going to get another light on here. Oh, before I forget, I put this on my desk. I almost forgot to tell you about this. Do you know that I am giving away a mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine? This cute little adorable thing, and it's adorable little plates. You can see it gets lots of love from me. I'm giving one away. I'm going to give one away when I reach 1,000 followers on my Facebook page. You can find me on Facebook at Country Cards by Rose. And so share my page with your friends, like and follow my page. And once I hit 1,000, I will do a drawing for all of my followers and those who have liked my page to win this adorable mini Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. Okay, let's get some stuff out of the way. Okay, tonight. All right, let me just grab one of my favorite papers here. You all recognize this? This pretty paper that almost nobody can get their hands on because when it gets in stock, it's out of stock right away. We're going to start by using this pretty Expressions in Ink paper. And I'm going to pull some of these full sheets out because I'm going to show you what inspired me to do this. Okay, so, all right, we got this pretty paper, right? And there's some, it looks like the alcohol on vellum technique. So you see all these really pretty layouts. Here's one. And there's some gold foiling here. And here's another one. As I was looking through, I've noticed that more and more of these papers have this image right through the center of the paper. And I mean, the image is so gorgeous. You almost hate to like cut it. And my friend Jody and I were actually talking the other day about how we notice more of these middle pieces and just kind of thinking, what in the heck do we do with it? Well, I happen to be scrolling Pinterest. I don't even know who I saw this from. I wish I had paid more attention so I could give them credit, but I saw this fabulous idea and we're going to try it tonight. Now, I have another example with some other papers similar to this, but we're going to start with this layout. So the technique I'm showing you works really great with 12 by 12 papers. Now, of course, the sizes you cut and everything, I'm going to move my lights here so you can see a little bit better. It'll work, the sizes we cut this work with any pieces, but this technique I'm going to show you is a great way to maximize your 12 by 12 paper. So I saw some people answer that what they were doing this weekend. Someone said they spent the weekend in the kitchen, and I have to tell you that doesn't sound fun to me, whoever that was. Okay, so 12 by 12, what we're going to do is we are going to start by cutting this sheet in thirds. And the thirds for 12 by 12 is 4 inches. So I'm going to cut this piece at 4 inches. And the next piece at 4 inches. Okay. So now, let me just move my trimmer out of the way. We've got 3 pieces that are 4 by 12. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut these in half. So at 6 inches. So 6 inches happens to be right at the very outside lip of our cutter. So 6 inches here. I'll and then this next one at 6 inches. I think I'm putting this back in the right order. It's like a puzzle. 6 inches here. Okay. You following me so far? This is super easy. I know you're not lost. Okay, so now we have cut our 12 by 12 piece into 6 panels. Okay, now in comes your card base. I'm using a piece of basic white thick. This is just a half a sheet of cardstock that I scored and folded in the middle. And I'm just going to grab one of these. I'm going to set these other ones aside. And what we have here is our standard card front layer of 4 inches. The next standard size we usually do is 5 1/4 because the 4 inches is 1/4 inch smaller than the card base. So I'm just going to cut this down to 5 1/4, and I'm going to be cutting off the white space. So I just line this 6 by 4 piece up in here. I cut off the end, which is just white space on the one side. Of course, I'm going to save this because we can use these strips any darn time. And what I have is a pretty front for my card. Super simple so far. Okay, now, obviously our card is not done yet. So let's do a little stamping. I'm going to use my artistically inked stamp set. And let's see, we have a lot of sentiments to choose from. I think I'm going to pick the happy birthday here. So let's line this up. And of course we can pick any of the colors that coordinate with our paper. I think with this gold and the white and the bright colors that just as plain old black is going to work really well. So let's open up our memento. Okay, now I'm going to practice this because I don't want to ruin my paper here. Okay, so pretty darn good. Okay, now we could pop this on our card and be done, but you know I like ribbon, so let's just dress this up a little bit, huh? I'm going to use the Just Jade and Gold. It's called braided ribbon. And I think that just putting that layer on there is going to dress it up a little bit. So cut that off. And we're going to use something in our crafting studio that probably all of us have. Tape. I've just got a little Scotch tape here. And I'm going to tape these ribbon edges down. Just like so. Thanks for sharing. That makes my heart happy. Kay loves the CSP. So do I. So do I. And you know, so do a lot of people because every time it comes in stock, it's like out right away again. Okay, and we can also dress it up with a little bow. So sometimes I find that my card gets a little bulky when I try to wrap it around and tie these thicker ribbons in a bow. So what I'm going to do is tie the bow separately. This stuff is fabulous for tying, by the way. Works amazing. Okay. We've got a little bow here. Just like this. Isn't that cute? Okay. I like to add my little bow on last. So let's pop up this layer onto our card base. Remember, you can never have too many dimensionals. Oh, making freezer meals. You know what? That makes it so easy when school starts. That is a great idea. That is a really great idea. Okay, so now I'm going to center this. I think that's centered. Yep. Like so. Sharon loves this DSP too. Is that Julie in my group saying you haven't been able to get the paper, or Jean? I think you said you're in North Dakota, or so I thought maybe Jean, but it doesn't tell me your name for some reason in my technology here. Yeah, this paper is hard to get your hands on. Okay, and then we can put a little bow here. I think I want mine right in the middle of happy birthday. Just like that. And of course it's covering up my lettering a little bit, but you can definitely adjust it however you like. And there we have our first card. Now, of course, you're going to stamp on the inside and pretty it up, but I wanted to show you the simple layout. What do you think? Isn't this easy? Stamp right on that paper. You can dress it up with a ribbon if you like, or just leave it right as is. Of course, we definitely can dress it up with some more embellishments. Now here I'm using the new brush. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to use the brush metallic dots. I'm going to use these gold gilded gems and bring out the gold here in our pretty piece. So let's go like this and that and that. There we go. Super easy, right? Yes, Vicki, this paper does all the work for you. And you know what? I know a lot of you can't get your hands on this paper yet, so I'm going to show you how to use the same technique with some of our other papers. And maybe some of the pieces that you weren't quite sure what to do with. What do you say? Should we do a little bit more stamping? Let me clean up here. Oh, and here's the bonus thing. You just keep making more of these cards. You just trim off the end. You pop it on there. You could put the sentiment on this one right here in this open space. Here you could do it across and leave the top open. So I'm saving these to make more cards with. All right. So let's move on to our next card. We're going to give you some more ideas. Okay. Now for the next one, I was looking through, and I haven't played with this stamp set too much, Beauty of Friendship. It comes in a suite, and you've got this really pretty, like outdoorsy, fall-looking paper. It's called the Beauty of the Earth Designer Series paper. Oh, isn't this stuff gorgeous? Look at it. Oh my goodness. This is like my favorite in here. It's so beautiful. I will use that sheet. All of these are just so gosh darn pretty. But But you might have noticed, for those of you who love this paper, that I left one of the sheets out. This one. So here's another one. Our design isn't in our center, but it's on the edges. And that's another one where you can look at it and think, okay, how in the heck am I going to do something with this? So let's try our same technique. All right, let's go and cut our 4 inches. Of course, you would cut your 4 inches again. You get the point of that, so I'm not going to keep cutting and taking up your time cutting. Okay, then we cut it in half, and we have our 2 panels, like so. Now, for this one, I'm actually not going to cut off the white space, because not all of it here, because if I cut off that 1/2 inch, it doesn't leave me with very much up there. So I'm going to cut off a 1/4 inch on the bottom. Sorry, I have to go 3/4 of an inch. So I will cut, like, I think a 1/2 inch on the bottom and a 1/4 inch on the top. So let's do that. Cut off my 1/4 inch. And then line it up with my 5 1/4 and cut the bottom part off. See, I still have some dark, but I'm keeping some of the, sorry, I'm totally off camera. Hi, Judy. So I'm cutting off some of the dark pieces because I still have plenty of dark, but I didn't want to cut off all of the white space, so I just cut off a little. Now what I did for this one, of course, we absolutely could mount it again on, I'll just show you, we're not using this color right now, but we could totally mount this on a white piece and it would look absolutely stunning. But, and I'm actually going to cut 2 of these right away. So let's cut off our 1/4 inch, and then our other 1/2 inch. Save these strips. I use like all of these. Okay, so again, like I said, we could totally mount these on white, but I think I'm going to go with some of the coordinating colors in this cardstock. So I've got a piece of cinnamon cider and then Misty Moonlight. Let's see how good these go. Oh my gosh, they're going to be so sharp. Okay, get my bone folder so we get a nice crisp edge there. We're going to do our cinnamon cider. I'm saving the new paper for last because I think you're going to really love that image. Okay. Like so. So you see how these are going to line up and be, aren't they amazing? Okay. So now let's do one with, let me gotta find my stamp set again. Here we go. Your friendships refresh the soul, I think would be a good one. My block. And we're going to do this 2 ways. So for this one, I'm going to grab my Misty Moonlight. Thank you. Awesome idea for using this DSP. Okay. I'm so glad you guys find this helpful. As I was looking through, I thought, oh, I wish I had known this tip a long time ago. So I wasn't sure what you guys would think. If this would be too simple of a tip or if you would love it. Okay, so here we go. Friendships refresh the soul. And Okay, you know me. I cannot leave a card without some sort of twine or ribbon. I just love it so much. Okay, so we're going to tie some twine around here. My paper strips out here. I just think this is such a simple way to jazz up your card. And of course, since I'm using Baker's Twine, now this is coming from the Baker's Twine Essentials Pack. I love this because you got a lot of kind of neutral colors going on, and I just think this thin, kind of minimal ribbon, if you will, is really the perfect touch on cards a lot of time. So I'm gonna take these ends and just make them the size I want. There we go. Okay, we're trimming off here like this. All right, and I have to find my dimensionals because here we go. I set them somewhere, and of course I forgot. Isn't it funny how messy our desk surfaces get when we're making cards? Makes me laugh. Okay, so there we go. So there's our Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to stamp the inside of our card too. So let's cut a couple inside pieces. 4 quarter. Whoops. That did not cut all the way through. Now with a dark layer like this, you are definitely going to want an inside piece. So I think I'm just going to do something really, really simple on the inside. Just so simple. I'm going to get a clean and simple inside. This sentiment says, I believe in you. Just like that. Oops. There we go. My roller was not cooperating at first. Yes, Kay says this would be nice for a masculine card. Absolutely. And you know what? There are plenty of thinking of you, I believe in you, hello. All of these sentiments on here would be perfect. So there's our next one. Friendships refresh the soul. I believe in you, using our designer series paper technique. Now we're going to do our other one, but we're going to jazz this next one up a little bit using our same basic technique. All right, so let me this out of the way. Okay. So here we have, I've lost my, there we go. I gotta clean this other one. Thanks, Kathy. Kathy loves this one. Marsha loves both of the DSPs. I do too. I think they're stunning. Okay, so now for our next one, I've got a scrap of basic white here. And I'm gonna stamp our sentiment. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I use cinnamon cider and kind of keep with our theme? I think that would be good. I think cinnamon cider is such a rich, beautiful brown. I just love it. Okay, so we're gonna stamp Friendships Refresh the Soul here in our cinnamon cider. And now we're gonna bring in a punch. So I've got my everyday label punch, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna fit in here. Yep, so I'm doing my best to line this up straight, just like so. Okay, now I think for this one, I'm going to go with the white again because none of these browns quite match that cinnamon cider. But I'm going to do this a little bit differently this time. So I'm going to wrap it again. Just once this time. And I'm leaving it plenty long because I'm going to have to play around with this a little bit, I think. So now we're using our same technique, right? Our same piece of cardstock layer. But we're popping our sentiment up on a punch. So you don't even need to die cut with this layout if you've got punches. If you like to die cut and you've got some labels laying around, that would work really great too. Okay, what we're going to do is actually tuck this right in front of our bow. I'm just pulling the ends of our bow a little bit here. Of course, they're going to want to twist on me because that is what always happens. I am a twister when I tie my bows. To keep it straight, I'm going to use a glue dot. So let me just grab one of these real quick. So that's a little tip for you. If you want to keep your bows from twisting and keep them straight, you can use a glue dot underneath the knot layer, and that should help. This one really wants to twist. That'll be okay because it's going to be hidden behind our punch. All right, let's grab our dimensionals. One here, one here. Okay, I'll do one in each corner. Make sure we get it nice and sturdy. So you see how we can jazz it up? Love it. Okay, just like this. Straighten out that twine. Okay, and then let's flip her over. I'm gonna have to use my edges here, you guys. My gosh, the horror. You all have helped me to learn how irrational it is to not like using the edges of my dimensionals. I have to say, I love using the edges of my mini dimensionals. Oh my gosh, they work so perfect for like long, skinny spaces on our die cuts. I love them. It's the big dimensionals that get me. Make sure we have this on, right? Okay. There we go. Okay, so here's our two. We should embellish these though, because why not, right? I'm going to use the holiday rhinestones. I'm going to use this blue. I really don't know what color blue that is. I think they say it's Night of Navy, but it sure looks like it's going to pop something awesome on this, doesn't it? Here, pretty. One here. One here. And one there. Okay, here's our next two. What do you think? Do you love them? Aren't those simple? Absolutely love this technique for these cards. Are you ready for the last one? Think we have time for one more and seeing that brand new paper? We're going to use some brand new paper, and I'm going to use a brand new stamp set. All right, let me move some of this mess out of the way. And I'm going to need another scrap. My rhinestones away. I had to go to two of these cases because they are bulging. They're overflowing. Okay. Quit teasing, she says. All right, here we go. That's under this pile. Okay, I have been using this paper a ton because I'm featuring it in my next class to go. You're going to love it. The paper is called Peaceful Place. And I've got a whole bunch of pieces cut already, but I'm going to show you the full sheets that I still have in my packet. Now this is some soft squares, but look at the other side of this. Oh my gosh, it shimmers and it's just gorgeous. Okay, we've got some 6x6 square seams here and some beautiful scribbled trees. These pretty shimmery snowflakes. And this gingham or buffalo plaid. Love this. Look at this shimmery silver. In my next class to go, you'll get a half a pack of this, so you'll get to play around. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Look at these adorable cabins. Aren't they gorgeous? I love it. All right. And there's one piece I haven't showed you because it's the piece we're going to use. This was actually the piece that my friend Jody and I were talking about and said, how in the heck are we going to use this? Are we ready for it? There we go. Okay, now You can probably see this coming together already. So let's do our technique. Oops, I just knocked over all my glue. Let's do our technique. Okay, we got our 4 inches. Save this. Got our 6 inches, like so. This time I'm going to cut off, let's see. I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch off this top part with the snowflakes and a 1/2 inch to get us to the 5 1/4 off the bottom. And I'm going to do the same over here. A 1/4 inch off the snowflake top. Kay says that paper's awesome. You are right about that. It's gorgeous, stunning. And you're not going to believe this, but in the class to go, should I give you a sneak peek of the class to go? What do you think, huh? There are autumn cards that I made using this paper. Does anyone want to see? See if I can find it. We paired it with the Season Sparkle of the Season bundle. I just have to show you the autumn card that I made with this pretty paper. I don't know if I should be really surprised, but I think I'm going to. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Made with this paper. That pretty paper. So awesome. How about this one? Oh my gosh. So pretty. Those are 2 fall cards that I just quick snuck in there. Made with that paper. So pretty. Okay. Enough of the sneak peeks. We got to get to work, right? Now, I thought that we could play around putting this on a basic white card base, and I thought Smoky Slate would really pop. So, I don't know. What do you think? I think these are going to look nice on both of them. So, that's what we are going to do. Now, for this one, I'm just going to go straight to popping it up on a punch. I'm using the sentiment from the new Peaceful Cabin. May you enjoy peace of this beautiful season. Of course, there's a thank you, wishing you the best. There's coordinating dies with this. Oh, it's stunning. I can't wait to make more with you. Okay, so what did you guys think? Were you surprised to see some fall cards made with that pretty paper? I maybe surprised myself even with those fall cards. Okay, I'm going to punch this out using my Label Me Lovely punch. This sentiment fits really perfectly in there. Just like this. Okay, now I should have grabbed a second one. Let's do this right away. Oh, here, it's right in front of me. Oh my gosh. Oh, Marcia loves the cabin. Okay, we're going to, for our twine or ribbon on this card, use the Simply Elegant trim. I've used the gold plenty, but I haven't used the silver yet. And I think this silver will be absolutely stunning. And we're going to do this 2 ways. So for the first one, let's see, where am I going to want to put this? I think up top. Yep. So I'll put that up top. So wrap this around. We're just going to wrap this around and tie it in a bow. Oops. I'm not tying this one in a knot because this ribbon is a little bit stiff. So I was afraid that a knot would be a little too bulky. And I twisted it again. There we go. So I'm just going to cut this off up here and yeah. Ooh, Sharon loves the trees. They're gorgeous. I have to tell you, I know you guys are watching here on Facebook and YouTube, but seriously, it does not do this gorgeous paper justice. Like, not in the least bit. Okay, here we go. Oops. And then I'm just gonna shimmy my, there we go, just like that. And we'll pop this up. I'm going to use a full sheet of dimensionals, or finish up a sheet of dimensionals, I should say. And then I've got one more way that we can do this card, and then I'll wrap it up for you guys. Kept you a little longer than I have been lately tonight. Hope you don't mind crafting with me a little later than usual on this Monday evening. Okay. So centering this up. There we go. Isn't that gorgeous? Really clean and simple and beautiful. Yes, there are dies that go with the stamp set too. And I have got a treat for you when I feature this. I'm super excited. I know what I'm going to do with it, but I haven't played around with it yet, so I can't share too much. Okay, I think next I am going to use a different sentiment. Let's see. I haven't even, this is so new, I haven't even mounted all my stamps. Isn't that something? I haven't even mounted all these yet because they're too new. I got to go through and do that. Okay, let me mount this one quick. Okay. For this one, I'm going to use the sentiment that says, wishing you the best. Okay, what I'm going to do is come in and I'm going to stamp this right down here in the bottom. Thank you, Sandy. That's so sweet of you. practice. I had a little halo on my, I always flip my stamps over and make sure I don't have a halo that's going to get on my project. Okay, so I'm going to put this over here. Wishing you the best. Okay. Now, just a reminder, if you need supplies, I would absolutely love to be your demonstrator. I would love to earn your business, your support, whether it's shopping from my online store or buying my classes to go. That's what keeps me in business and being able to bring you all these beautiful projects. You can shop my online store and shop my classes to go on my website at www.rosegrunwald.com. I have a blog there and a link to all my video tutorials there. That's kind of like my hub. So anything you need to find, you just remember rosegrunwald.com and you will find inspiration and tips and videos and classes and all sorts of good stuff there. Okay, now for this part of the card, I just took some twine and I wrapped it around the front piece of my cardstock like this. Tuck it in there, and I'm just going to tie it in a bow up here. I always love a little ribbon to dress up a card, and sometimes when I'm not entirely sure where I want to put it, tying it on the spine is the best way to go. It just adds a little bit of something to the project, in my opinion. And I'm a twister when I tie, so of course that got all twisted up on me. Okay, and then once it's there, you can kind of tie this one a little tight. Careful, you don't. There. You can shimmy it up a little bit to get it right where you want it to go. Or you can shimmy it down in the other direction too. But it's kind of in the center, like that. Okay, and I'm just going to trim my ends. And there's our next card. What do you think? Simple? Beautiful? Do you love it? Oh my gosh, this is so easy. What an easy technique. These are shimmery, beautiful cards. Okay, so here are our projects tonight, all using that same technique. For our paper, you can see how we've got all sorts of different options here. But in less than an hour, we made 5 cards. And if I hadn't been yapping your ear off, we'd have made like 20 probably. So there you have it. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I'm really glad you could watch me live. I really appreciate all of your comments and interacting and your likes and your loves and sharing. Thank you all so much for doing that. I go live every Monday at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, so you can catch me right here next Monday again, and I'll be stamping some more cards for you. I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I hope you all can make it right back here next Monday, and I will be stamping with you all soon. Thanks again. Bye. Have a good night, everyone.